into your paper castle. The alpha and omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. The long fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercut.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. They'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Rodgers. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Number 50, hey, you block over here. Get 300. Get 300.
Throwing is Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line.
Hey, take 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Completes it again to Doubs. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Rodgers to throw once more. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Excellent. 50. Hey, 88.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 7-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Rodgers again now.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton.
He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys would get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Second and 9.
26.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Doubs.
34 yards.
And the Packers are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away.
Your catch, number 21. The Chiefs may go first
Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he powers his way up past the 30.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. This will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at it.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now Rodgers. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this one is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his receiver, Watson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Hey, check 20. Look at this. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. All right.
And again, it's Rodgers. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Rodgers going to throw. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tunyon from 6 yards away. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Rodgers. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's to a former Packer, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to be even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers will extend their third-quarter lead here in the Super Bowl. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked up by Tariq Carpenter. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
First down, Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tonyan. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Packers are starting to pour it on in the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Well, 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Mahomes to throw once more. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was the big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. With that last completion, CDs now over 400 yards passing in the game. And quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Rodgers throwing here. And he'll just get rid of it.
Offense is moving a little bit, held back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And the Lombardi Trophy is going back home. The Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that.
Dollar. Hey.